Have you ever seen a police officer tell it bluntly, just like it is, that he's the judge, jury, and executioner?
Because I'm the law now, and I'm the judge.
Me either. This guy is the suspect, and what a suspect he is.
That's why I was asking you a question earlier. You think you can call the government from Donald Trump or whatever, to open the borders and open the law?
I don't have that kind of authority.
Well, I got the power.
This is a man who not only has power, but knows the extent of his power, even advising police officers that he will need 3 pair of handcuffs to be kept in place.
Do you want 2 sets of cuffs? Would you prefer 2? So it's more comfortable? 3.
Now, before we even get into this interrogation, let me give you some deep lore on me. Yes, me. I'll go as fast as I can to get to my point, I promise. I graduated from the University of Washington in Seattle with degrees in mathematics and statistics. I then went to National Taiwan University in Taipei, the top school in Taiwan, for my graduate studies. I switched my major to psychology. I found my niche and I got an advisor who ran a research group with his half-dozen students, including me. One day, he suddenly walks to the blackboard and he writes 3 words: banana, monkey, and panda. He asks which of the 2 words belong together. To my surprise, my research colleagues, all extremely smart and working toward master's or PhD degrees, all say, almost in unison, monkey and banana. At first, I thought they were joking. There is a famous experiment in psychology where you, the volunteer, are put in a room with a bunch of other so-called volunteers and a professor, and the professor draws some lines on the board and asks everyone, one by one, to find the 2 lines that are of the same length. You are in the back of the line of people lining up to answer this question. Everyone in front of you, one by one, walks up and gives what seems to be the wrong answer. When it's your turn, what do you do? Do you give the right answer despite everyone in front of you saying something different? That's what I was thinking in this banana monkey situation. Anyway, the professor asked me what I thought, and I said that monkey and panda belong in a group because they're both animals. My Taiwanese colleagues seemed as confused about my answer as I was about theirs. The professor says, "This is the difference between Western and Eastern education. Westerners make comparisons via categories, and Easterners make comparisons via associations. Monkeys and bananas associate all the time. But when have you ever seen a panda next to a monkey?" As the only foreigner in the department, I then realized I need to play into my strength of categorizing, and I have been doing so ever since. And I'm about to do so again with you. Here is some deep lore on how my YouTube channel works. Every scent tells a story. Research shows that of all the senses, smell has the strongest connection to your hippocampus. When I research a case, I rely on my instincts, but when I want to turn that case into a story, I need a fragrance to set the mood. Just as I dig through hundreds of interrogations every month to curate the interesting ones for this channel, Scentbird digs through all the new designer fragrances to curate one for you every month. My favorite this month has been Ise Miyake pour homme. That means for men. Here it is. It comes in this nice little bottle. It says Scentbird. And you'll see here there's a lock. That's unlocked. That's locked. Once it's unlocked, you just push it down. And I like this one. It has scents of yuzu and lotus and incense, all things I like. You can also open it up if you want to see what's inside, which is basically a travel size. I think it's bigger than a travel size bottle of cologne. It's also cheaper than what you'd get, let's say, at the airport. The other 2 I have are Arquiste is it's kind of like my date night fragrance because it feels like a date night fragrance. It's a musky, flowery scent. And Edeniste is more like a wake up cologne for me. I wake up at 3 a.m. I give a spray of this and I start work. So how do you tell the difference between the stes Well, luckily, Scentbird sends you them in different colors. So I just remember green is the morning squirt and white is the date night squirt. One thing I really like about Scentbird is they give you different things for different occasions. So you're not buying a bottle of something that you're just going to spray over and over and your wife's like, oh, that again? It's more like, I feel like today's a special day. We must be going out. He sprayed that on. And for me, I wake up and I spray one of these and I think, time to start work. One of the best things about Scentbird is that you don't have to fork over hundreds of dollars for a cologne that you might not even like in the end. I remember when I first became financially independent to where I could buy some luxury products for myself, I bought like a $200, $300 bottle of Bulgari cologne, and it smelled good in the department store, but once I got home and started to use it in my daily life, I realized I didn't like it. So I just had this $300 bottle of cologne sitting on my desk for a long time. Just felt like a waste of money. You don't have to have that situation happen to you with Scentbird because they will curate and send you multiple different colognes in smaller bottles. And these are small bottles, but they last for a month, and they are actually cheaper than the really small bottles you get in department stores where they sell those like travel size colognes. So it's actually just a good deal in general. Scentbird is a very low risk, high reward investment. Whether you're writing scripts or just want to leave a lasting impression, Scentbird can be your secret weapon. Scentbird is only $8 for the first month if you use the promo code DAMON or use the QR code you see on the screen. After that, it's only $17 a month. Join the Scentbird community today and use the promo code DAMON to lock in your discount and get a new scent every month. I've watched thousands of interrogations. That is not an exaggeration. I spend roughly 4 hours per day listening to police interrogations that no one has ever watched before. I get about 2 or 3 new interrogations every day, which is quite costly, I'll have you know. So it feels really bad to know that I throw away roughly 2/3 of all of the interrogations I get. I can categorize the reasons I can throw them away. And here are the 3 main categories. Category 1, the suspect starts to feel the heat and requests a lawyer before saying anything interesting. That's a interrogation in the garbage. Category 2, the interview is unsolvable because it was filmed on a potato and recorded with a mushroom. Category 3 is simply that the interrogation was boring. Yeah, boring. The good stuff that you see on YouTube has been curated well by talented creators such as EWU and JCS. Most interrogations are actually quite boring. And I'm going to throw categories at you again to explain why. Interrogations fall into 5 categories. Category 1, the suspect is a normal human being and has made a mistake. He or she admits the mistake and is remorseful. These interrogations are usually boring. Someone's emotions overrode his or her logic and made them end up doing something really stupid. It happens all the time. Not much to learn from here, nor anything entertaining, though it is interesting to know the limits of self-control and the extent to which people are willing to act for their own selfish reasons. Category 2, the suspect was influenced by substances. He or she either forgot what had happened or just flat out admits that drugs or alcohol was the root cause of the situation. Again, pretty boring and actually quite sad in general. I throw 99% of these away. Only a handful make it onto my YouTube channel. If I am looking for an interrogation and I know that the suspect was on drugs or a drug addict, I generally just don't even bother trying to get that footage. But if I do put an interrogation of this type up, it's usually because the conversation itself is humorous, or it's because of the severity of the crime and just, bewildering how drugs can make you do something so gruesome. Category 3, the suspect is a narcissist or psychopath. He or she knows what happened, and instead of admitting it was a mistake, he or she tries to cover it up or justify it. I find interrogations of this type fascinating, but that's perhaps because the minds of narcissists and psychopaths fascinate me, At least from YouTube views and from a performance perspective, this category of interrogations are so-so. Category 4, the suspect pretends to be crazy. The criminal knows what he or she did, and he knows it's wrong, but that person believes that if you act crazy, or if you pretend like you were acted on by outside forces, then you will get some sort of social and judicial leniency. The true crime genre saw a huge influx of new fans after JCS posted his viral video that is what pretending to be crazy looks like. The absurd stories and bad acting we see in this category are enough to make pretty much anyone interested in this sort of video. Indeed, at the moment, the most popular video on my channel too is an interrogation of a man who pretends to not know that he's killed his entire family, including his pets. Category 5. The suspect is actually insane. These interrogations are incredibly rare, and they are never boring. And that brings us to our current case. A man who claims to have died and come back from the dead, who believes that he was acting accordingly in response to the black magic being cast upon him. Brian Rodriguez-Sigala was arrested for shooting a man dead. Brian did give that man a chance to apologize for the black magic binding spell that he had cast. "All you have to do is apologize," Brian said while brandishing a gun. The man did apologize, but Brian could tell that the apology was not sincere, and so Brian shot the man. In Brian's brain, it made total sense. Let's hear his perspective.
Sorry. Go ahead, have a seat.
I have a question.
What's up?
Can you guys it's too pretty tight and it hurts?
Okay, go ahead, stand up. Just face that way.
So,
This side?
yeah, this side.
Left side?
This side.
Oh, yeah, your hands are all
Yeah.
twisted. I'm gonna move your hand a little bit because you're watching the line.
I'm just gonna take off your watch, alright?
Yes, sir.
How's that?
Thank you.
A little bit better?
Yeah. Thanks.
He's just gonna lock it so it doesn't tighten up anymore. He's just loosening it.
Oh, okay, perfect. Do you want 2 sets of cuffs? Would you prefer 2? So it's more comfortable?
3.
We can give you 2. You want me to put 2? Alright, go ahead, stand up, sir.
Oh, now I get it. Yeah.
Just so you're more comfortable,
Yeah.
man. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking about the
Yeah.
thing.
Alright, go ahead, slide your hand out. I got it.
Get it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let me just walk you real quick so it doesn't walk any. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll put this with the rest of your stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Brian will be with you in just a few minutes, okay?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
No, pathetic. I should be thankful and appreciated. I am. With the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Savior Jesus Christ. Also, double face. Who? Lalo. Lalo Loco.
Hey, Brian, I got that water for you, and we're gonna take those cuffs off, okay?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you go ahead and stand up and we'll get those cuffs off. You just relax. You just leave your hand right there. Let's go. Okay, Brian. Take a seat, man. If you want some water, go ahead. Water. it's supposed to do. You can close it, yep. So I just wanted to have a chance to talk to you about what happened.
Well, it's a long story, sir.
Okay. I got the time.
Well, yeah, I know it sounds, because people don't believe on the Bible.
Okay.
Yeah, they killed me, and with faith I came back.
Okay.
But the simple thing, it was that I confessed it, everything, but all my wrong things, and with the faith that I had, I came back. I got out. It's like me standing up and seeing my own body, sir.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, I just closed my eyes, but I know I was going up, you know?
Okay.
Because I felt I went up, but sometimes when I open my eyes, I see my body just not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What? But it's just curious because I got the Bible, and then I started believing on the Bible. And then, in my room, yeah, I got all the things that I went through the Bible and stuff, and yeah, all the things. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
What happened to Rigos?
Yeah, he was my family member, whatever.
Okay.
But all the people that went visiting to his house, he did people wrong.
Okay.
He tied people up, like it's like a wedding cup thing, but they tied them with black magic.
Oh.
And yeah, he did that to me too, because yeah, I met him because of one of my friends. And yeah, because of drugs.
So what did you do because of that?
I had to do what I had to do, sir.
Okay.
Shoot him. I told him first. I'm like, hey, you could just say sorry and just apologize. And he said, yeah, I'm sorry. But he actually didn't mean it. He did it again, but doing it worse, like meaning it.
Okay.
And so, well, the Bible never lies, sir. You know, I told him I got double face. I'm Lalo, but I'm usually Brian. But, you know, just confess and try not to do it again. Nah. The next day, it's just funny how he tried to take me, like, to bed, you know, a relationship, but I'm not gay, sir.
Mm.
So I'm always straight. And then he's like, no, well, we're gonna have to do it in the bad ways and the good ways. We going to bed, you're gonna sleep with me. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You know, because I'm not gay, first of all, and second of all, I like females. I don't like fools, you know, especially because you are my, I don't know, couple of Rodriguez, you know, and it's weird, but yeah, the Bible never lies, and I do confess I did it. Yes, I did it.
What were you doing before that?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just reading the Bible.
Okay.
Reading the Bible and just sitting in the living room.
Do you remember what time you went over to Rico's?
It was about to, when all that happened, yeah, it was about to be 12:30ish.
Okay.
I walked out.
And where did you go afterwards?
Home.
You went home?
Straight home and read the Bible again.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time did you go to bed?
I usually never sleep.
You never sleep? Okay. When was the last time you slept?
The last time I slept, it was like at 5 in the morning to some day.
Okay.
And I woke up early today.
Okay.
Early
What
today.
time did you get up today?
As soon as when I got the first phone call of the neighbor of Burrito.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel when he asked you to sleep with him?
Not comfortable. Not comfortable at all.
Okay.
Because, like, first of all, of course, I would not sleep with someone I don't like to sleep, you know? Especially with a dude.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, man, I'm not like that. But it's just funny and weird, because we're watching TV, and it's like a simple, like, he's controlling people over the TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I'm like, hey, I could do it too, you know, but for me it's not a good simple thing to do, because I like people having their own time.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, people are ruining my family, but it doesn't mean I gotta ruin someone's, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want them to see them happy.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I never did, but I know I'm gonna do it. Because for his fault, yeah, my mom and my dad never got along.
Mm-hmm.
My mom right now, she's in Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did Rigo react when you didn't want to sleep with him?
I know he did not like it, and then yeah, he's like, yeah, you trying to smoke weed, like like how's it called? Giving me drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I was smoking weed, couple things, but doesn't mean like I was just doing it for how's it called, like for me, like to, oh yeah, I want to, so I'm just gonna just appreciate it and just do it. No, I was doing it because the Bible was there, and the Bible is my life. The Bible is me, my brain.
Where was the Bible?
On top on the TV.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Bible and the cross, that ones are the original,
Okay.
the special ones. I took them to him because I told him, hey, appreciate the Bible, because if not, I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. Because for your fault and for others that I appreciate, yeah, I got through hell and I came from hell.
So it sounds like there was an argument after he asked you to sleep with him and you said no?
It was the next day because the night when I did everything, he was with his, I think his worker, I don't know who he was.
Okay.
But he was doing the same thing what he did to me.
Oh.
He was sleeping with him, you know?
Okay.
So everything what everybody does, or I don't know if he did it to everybody, but yeah, like how I did it, I started, he was starting with someone else.
Mm.
I think it was his, how do you call it, like, if I'm with someone and his brother is like a brother, sister-in-law, something like that.
Okay. Like a relative?
Something like that.
Okay.
Well, that one dude, I don't even know him, but I gave him a coin. And that coin, yeah, it's a company car.
Uh-huh.
Because my grandpa, he has companies. And yeah, I gave it to him. I was like, hey, I want you to work with me and I appreciate you. Because like, he tried to help me out too, and then he tried to put him against me, and I'm like, nah, don't even try it, dude. Because my issues is the Bible, and the Bible is way more powerful of the bad spirits. Because I seen him like trying to scratch himself, and I'm like, dude, just stop it. And I looked at Rigo's, and Rigo's, I took it to his position, to him. Rigo just jumped. He's like, oh, it hurts. Stop it. And I'm like, well, you stop it because you're making other people just feel bad. And then, yeah, I did everything. I shot him. I don't feel bad because he deserved it.
Okay. So you didn't feel bad after you shot him?
No, because for me, I feel like I helped a lot of people, not just one.
Well, what did you do to help a lot of people?
Just appreciate everything what they did to me, and I will not do them what they did to me. Because for him and another female, and the female, yeah, her name is Gloria.
Okay.
She's another one.
What happened with Gloria?
She's the one who killed me, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She put my brother, my dad, against me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you get the gun?
I had it way before I got off probation.
Okay.
But, you know, it's my first time doing it. Because I usually, when I want to go shoot, I go to the hills and shoot the bottles.
Uh-huh.
I don't. Since my first case, when I shot at the shotgun, yeah, I stopped doing that.
Okay.
Shooting at the air, that's stupid.
Okay.
But I mean, usually when I want to go, I go to the hills and shoot at the bottles. That's it.
And so, how long have you had the pistol?
Since when I moved on to. I moved on to St. Pebbles. Moved out from St. Pebbles, I think September?
Okay.
September or something?
Okay. And do you remember how many times you shot?
I shot a couple times, but it's because when I went to the hills and just shot at the bottles. But shot at the people, never. This is my first time.
At Rigo's, how many times did you shoot?
Just twice.
Okay.
Just twice.
And what happened after you shot him?
It was weird because the first shot, it was like from here to the wall. I know I shot him on the chest. I don't know if it went through.
Okay.
But the second shot, it did. I seen it. but it was just 2 shots.
Okay. Where were you when you shot him?
In the living room.
In the living room? Do you remember where you... Could you tell me what the living room looked like?
The living room is like me standing in the living room, and then the kitchen. And then he turned the whole lights before everything happened, and I'm like, okay. So I read the Bible. I put the Bible up there. And I'm like, alright, you're gonna meet the double face, the one you don't want to meet, Lalo. So as soon as when I said it, he jumped. He's like, oh man, I'm sorry. And then he said, fuck it. And I'm like, alright. So he was right in his room standing and looking to the kitchen.
Okay.
And so I was like, alright, sorry. And I just shot him twice. And as soon as when I shot him, I walked away. I did.
What else was in the living room that you remember? Could you just describe the living room and the kitchen area? Was there anything in particular that you remember about it? Any pieces of furniture, or you mentioned that there was a Bible. Was there anything else?
I put the Bible on top of the TV.
Okay.
And then, I put the Bible, and then I left my backpack on the living room.
Okay.
And then when I shot it twice, I believe so. The other dude, the one who was sleeping on the bed, he woke up.
Oh.
And I opened the door, but before I opened the door, I'm like, pray to the Bible. You know, Jesus Christ, your Savior.
Okay.
Just walked out. I didn't run, I did nothing, I just walked out normal.
Okay.
And that's it. Just went to go smoke some cigarettes.
And you said you went home afterwards?
Yes, sir.
Now, this apartment you're talking about, Rigo's apartment, how many bedrooms are in there?
Just one.
Okay. And you mentioned there's a kitchen.
There's a little dog too, a little brown dog.
A little brown dog? Okay. How long have you known Rigo?
Since when I died, and then came back.
Do you remember when that was? What date that was?
No, sir.
Okay. And you mentioned that he was. Is he like a family relative of some kind?
I believe so.
Okay.
Because for his fault, and the female I'm saying, my mom and my sister and everybody, yeah, we were struggling. My mom didn't had a couple with my dad, because when we were a little kid, we had an issue. My dad, I don't know if he hit my mom or whatever. So my grandpa, me and my mom and my sister and my brother, we went to Mexico, and then my grandpa was sick, and my dad stayed here working, and then we had to leave because my mom wanted to see my dad, you know? And then what Rigo had on his leg, that happened to my grandpa. The same thing, his leg got swallowed.
And what are you talking about? What happened to Rigo's leg?
Well, it was karma, sir.
Okay. Do you know what it what was the thing that you're talking about?
Well, so when we went back to Mexico, my grandpa had an accident, right?
Okay.
They chopped his leg off.
Oh wow.
He didn't survive. He passed out.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so all that I lived, it was because of him. He tied me. He was. Have you went to my house yet?
I haven't been to your house now.
So if you go to my house, sir, I got the books, I got everything.
Okay.
And there's more, what's it called? More proof.
Okay.
And yeah, I got a little dog. That little dog is my little sister that he had inside his house.
Okay. Brian, do you remember what clothes you were wearing when this happened at Rigo's house?
Yes, sir. I was wearing a straight hat.
A straight hat?
Straight hat,
Yeah.
eagle, and a button, white, and not like darkest, but yeah, it's like the buttons.
Okay.
I walked down the stairs when I came
What
out.
shoes were you wearing?
Nikes.
Nikes?
Yeah.
Were it these ones or were they different ones?
The Air Forces.
Air Forces? Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened to those clothes that you were wearing?
They're in my house.
They're in your house? Where do you keep your clothes in your house?
In my room.
In your room? Okay.
Well, I got a twin brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any other weapons in your house?
No, sir.
No? Okay. And
I had 9 clips, but that's it.
okay. Do you have any other kind of ammo in your house?
Yes.
What kind of ammo do you have?
The shotguns and the big ones. But it was just like collecting.
Okay. Do you have any ammo that would work with your pistol?
No, sir.
No? Where do you buy your ammo?
Well, I usually I could get it myself.
Okay.
Because I usually text one of my cousins that his name is Ricky.
Uh-huh.
But nowadays I don't see him. He went homeless. Because I like helping homeless.
Okay. That's nice of you. Who did you get the gun from when you first got it?
Myself.
Okay.
When I was a little kid, I used to work in the cartel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just passing weed. Just a lot of weed.
Okay.
I used to struggle when I was 8. For the whole reason.
Okay. Now, you mentioned that this was the first time that you'd shot somebody.
Yes, sir.
Why is this the first time that you shot somebody?
Because I never killed no one.
Mm-hmm.
Never killed no one.
How come?
Because it's like saying, if you, sir, could carry a gun, why not me?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you got papers, I could get papers too.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter nothing.
Right.
But the problem is that I don't like killing people if they don't deserve it.
Okay.
Even I can, because I don't believe in the dead. I already came from the dead. If I die, I will come back.
So what you're telling me is that you killed Rigo because you feel he deserved it.
He did.
Okay.
I think feel he like
because he deserved it.
He did.
In your words, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you haven't killed other people
No,
because
sir.
they haven't deserved it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I don't feel like killing people just because for fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like grabbing someone's heart for fun. They did that to me. But I don't feel killing other people just for fun, no. In my words, I just got 2 people. It's just Rigo and Glory. That's it.
Okay.
Because Glory, she was the one type of people that gives me a lot of meth, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I did fuck with it. I'm not gonna lie. But she tried to put me in a mental hospital.
Oh, really?
When are you gonna believe someone's drug addict in a mental hospital?
Mm-hmm.
What if I tell you there's some bad spirits?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You never will believe no one in there.
The Bible that you mentioned that you put on TV, was
The
that
New Testament.
is that your Bible?
Yes, sir.
It is your Bible. Okay. And
The whole Bible connects to that one.
when you left it, how did you position a Bible when you left it?
I don't know if it's the one I took them, but it's a big one.
Okay.
And it should be on the TV or on the cabinet.
Okay.
But my Bible, I have it in my room.
Okay.
It's this one.
Okay, Brian.
You see
How,
that little
how
thing
are
in
you?
the middle?
How are you doing on water? Do you need some more water?
Nah, it's alright.
You okay?
Appreciate it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
Great. I'm feeling happy because now I'm gonna live life.
Okay. Will you sit tight just for a minute? I'll be right back, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions for me?
Is it? What was it?
If you want to think about it, I'll be right
If
back.
you're saying, can you contact the government to open the borders?
I don't think I have the power to do that. But
Well,
if you think of any more questions,
Okay.
just sit tight for a minute, okay? I'll be right back, Brian. Thanks. You know, we talked a little bit about Gloria and how she tried to take you in, and
Mental hospital.
yeah. And you talked a little bit about using meth. You said you messed with it a little bit. Can you tell me just a little bit about that?
Well, she put me and my brother against me by. I don't know if you ever seen that The cartoons that you want to eat the apple.
Mm.
Well, yeah, it's her.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you first use meth?
Me, I started when I was like 15.
Okay. And are you currently using it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How often do you use it?
I don't use it as much. The only thing I use is weed and tobacco.
Okay.
Yeah. Couple sometimes just beer.
How often do you think you use meth?
Like 3 times a week or so.
Okay. Where do you get your meth?
Oh, with Rigo.
With Rigo?
Rigo and her.
Okay. Rigo and Gloria? Do they give you meth or do they sell you meth?
Well, they never sold me, but I got some.
Okay.
I'll go buy some. I will be back. But I know they were the drug dealers, so.
Okay. And you mentioned before that that Rigo deserved it. Now, when you went over that day, were you planning on killing him?
No, sir.
Okay. You mentioned that he had asked you to sleep with you, and that created.
He's one of those like people that are stuck in their brains. Like,
Okay.
it's like telling you to do something without even speaking with it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's possible. Yes, it is.
Okay. When did you decide to shoot him?
When I told him to confess with the truth and meaning it, because it's like going to church, confessing and not meaning it. You gotta mean it to be free of, or it's like saying, because it looks bad, like someone, I'm that type of kid that everybody talks about, but it's everybody connected to my brain.
Okay.
You know? And if I've been talking bad about someone that I even know, it looks stupid and it's not respectful.
Mm-hmm.
So the day when I come and I ask him, hey, you're the one kid that, yes sir, the mankind, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, you know?
Okay.
And then if I say, yeah, of course, no worries, because I appreciate the people who apologize, because now they will nowadays see how I am.
Okay.
They didn't thought the opposite, you know, like, oh yeah, this fool was fucked up and shit, you know?
Okay.
But
what was it that you were trying to get Rigo to confess?
All the damage he did, all the world.
Okay. And did you bring the Bible with you when you went to his house? The one that you said on the TV?
I gave him one Bible, the original one, but I don't know if he threw it away or didn't.
Okay.
Because he had the Bible in the counter, and the Bible was inside the bag, and one page was ripped.
Okay.
So he likes experimenting with the Bible. So the Bible is my life. Because the Bible, it's me, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Your Savior.
Okay.
So I told him in the right way. So, man, thanks for you. Yeah, I have double face. I'm Lalo. Lalo's the devil. You know, and then, but I do know I control my actions because I'm not that type of person that, I'm gonna just force everything on the right way. No. I can force everything on the right way and bad way. That's why I'm a Cancer.
Now, the other guys that were in the apartment, do you know those guys?
I just know one of them.
Which one do you know?
Chaparro.
Chaparro? Do you know his real name?
No, sir.
And how do you know Chaparro?
He lives on second storage, all the way on the left. And the one who called me, curly hair, he lives all the way on top. But that's the only few persons I know. But I don't know their real names.
Okay.
But the one dude that was staying that one night, I don't know him at all.
Okay. After you left, did you talk to anybody about this?
No. But I talked to them before I left. I was like, Yeah, I told him, hey, you know who is Jesus Christ and my brother, San Judas? He was like, no. You know, they were making a laugh of it. But before that, I walked towards them. I was like, yeah, you know them? No, no. And I showed them all my wallet and everything. I showed them the proof. The Bible never lies, you know? And then, as soon as when I showed them, like, they calmed down, like, the over that negative things. Like, it feel like when you're so nervous and then I showed you something, then now you feel like less, what's it called? And like everything relaxes. And so he's like, oh yeah, that's what's up. But he was confused. And then when he went inside the room, Rigo came out with I don't know, with the spray thing. It was like holes. He started showering everything, but it was like smoke or whatever. But it was when he was tying the whole soles and everything.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you for real? And I told him, like, man, the fuck is this?
Okay.
I told him, hey, stop it. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna stop. And so I told him, alright, so you're not gonna confess, then just stop your shit. I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do.
Did you and Chaparro and Rigo use meth that night?
I didn't.
You did not?
No, sir.
Okay.
I asked him if they were like, hey, you don't got some? I know he did have some, and a lot, because he's a drug dealer or whatever.
How'd that make you feel when he told you no? And
it made me feel great, sir.
Okay.
Because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop it, and then less and less and less. And so he was like, no, I don't got nothing. And so the other dude, Chaparro, he got upset about it. He left.
Okay.
And so when he left, I told him too. I was like, hey, you should leave because I'm gonna tell him on the right way to confess. If you don't confess, and I don't want you to be around because, you know.
Okay. So that's why Chaparro left? Because you told him that you were going to talk to him.
Yeah, I told him, but without speaking with him. I told him on my break.
Oh, okay. Brian, what do you think should happen to you because you shot Rigo?
For me? I mean, can I ask you a question? How many people have you killed?
I haven't killed anybody, Brian.
And what about other officers?
I don't know the number. I don't know the answer to that question. I couldn't tell you.
Well, I do got the questions because I'm the law now, and I'm the judge.
Okay.
We're speaking with what? With real words, truth, words. The Bible never lies.
Well, I was just wondering what you.
So I was just wondering. That's why I was asking you a question earlier. Do you think you could call the government from Donald Trump or whatever, you know, to open the borders and open the law?
I don't have that kind of authority.
Well, I got the power.
Brian,
I want that to be justice for all.
You had your phone with you. What's the password to get into your phone? Is there a particular password?
And my question, why do you guys want to go through my phone for?
Well, because it's part of the case.
What case?
Well,
Can I go through your phone?
No.
No, right? So I said no.
Okay. And if it's your choice if you don't want to give me.
No, it is my choice.
Yeah. So if you don't want to give me the passcode, that's okay. I'm just asking.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate you asking, sir, but no, thank you.
Okay. So you didn't talk to anybody about what happened?
Why should I talk to someone that doesn't even believe me?
Well, I think when people...
Right? If they want to believe me more, get into the Bible. That's my reason, my response.
Well, I'm just talking about what happened with Rigo.
He died. I sent him to hell, where he belongs. And when people want to join him, they can too.
Okay. All right, Brian. Hang on just a minute, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
We got a seizure order here. It just means that we're just going to take a couple samples from the inside of your cheek with a couple swabs. It's painless. It takes just a couple seconds, man.
Painless?
Yeah, there's no pain. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have you stand up against this wall. If you can move the chair out of your way. I'm also just gonna do some quick overall photos.
So we're just going to take a few photos, man, and then we'll get to that. Yeah, you can close there.
Way in the back if you want.
Oh, that's fine. You can just stand against
You
the
just
wall.
stand against this wall.
Yeah.
Put that.
You'll turn your whole body to this wall. Alright, Phil, face the wall away from me.
That way?
That way, yeah. Alright, now the wall to your left. Alright, Phil, face me. I'll have you put your arms out like this with your pinkies together. There you go. You can put your arms a little further down. There. Alright. Phil, flip them over and go like this for me. Can you uncross your thumbs? There you go. Alright. I'm just gonna have you do this now. Can you put your arms together for me? There you go. Perfect. Well, I'm just gonna swab the inside of your cheeks. Won't hurt at all. Okay? Alright. Up. Alright, thank you.
No problem, sir. Thank you. That your ring, sir? Pretty nice. Can you read it from the back?
Your rings and your earrings and your property.
No, that thing I gave you?
This thing?
No, the other thing.
Yeah,
The little
yeah,
thing.
he has. I did
Yeah.
you one quick favor, face the wall for me real quick.
We're just gonna get handcuffs on now.
Yeah? Yes, sir.
Thanks, B-Dog.
I like that vest, man.
Thank you.
I've been looking for so much material on it, but I couldn't find it.
You want it? I'll give it to you.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hang tight right here for me.
Yes, sir.
Brian Rodriguez-Sigala was sentenced to 70 years in prison for the murder. A big thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Do not forget to use the promo code DAMON to get 55% off your first month of Scentbird. You can also use the QR code on the screen for the same discount.